Okay, guys, welcome to another episode of Talk That Talk with AK. And today is another day with us in the studio where we give you the gist of football and talk about the matters that are actually happening right here on our football world. Teams and football companies. Should I say companies? Company the right word? No, the football world generally. Okay, guys, and today, right here with me, we have amazing people. First of all, we know what today is all about, right? Yesterday was a good day, a good game, a good day, and today is another day which will have a good day and a good game. Okay, guys, and here on my side, as always, this is my right hand man, nigga. That's why it's always in my right hand, and that's why they are showing love to us. Yes, welcome, Mr. Lucky. Say it, he resign, yeah. It no be their power, I got they run up. Okay, yes. And right here on my side, on my left, is one and only Mr. Joseph Atletico. Yes, but right now, I don't think you should be shaking that jersey for us today. Like we all know you can't be shaking that jersey.
I have to.
The person that should be shaking that jersey right now is this nigga that is here.
He's not representing his team, man.
This nigga represent this team to the fullest. That you got even a goal on your head. Yeah. But yes, before we even move into it, right, guys, I must say, I'm in your sad lane right now because I never experienced it. Guys. I never expect that Arsenal will win Atletico Madrid. But it happened. So guys, I'll start from you because say you're on the losing side. So what were your take on the game yesterday? And before the game, rather, I want to get your notion before the game. Did you believe that you were going to win?
Of course. My team has been playing good football all season. Despite the fact that we've had some shaky moments. But then, from the game last night, you could see that my team they came for the party. They were actually ready to play the game. But then, the first half was good, solid. But then, when we came back the second half, the tactical decision from the coach just destabilized the whole team. Because the substitutions were actually bad.
So are you saying that if that substitution were not made, you guys were you had a better chance of winning?
Yes, we had the chance of equalizing and even doing better than what Arsenal did. Because we had the three best players of the team being subbed out at 61 minutes. We had Ademola Lookman at halftime. He was already subbed out. Julian Alvarez, the talisman of the team this season, all season he has been incredible. We took him out at 61. Antoine Griezmann, man, the favorite player of the whole team, was also subbed out. These were the three key players that we had on the team. And you sub them out, and you're bringing players that could not even play on transition, attack, defend. They cannot do all that.
But don't you think maybe the coach was doing it to give the players room? Maybe because they were not actually doing what he expected them to do.
You cannot do that in a crucial game like this. Why? That game was crucial. Let's take back to Pep Guardiola, right?
Yeah.
That's one of the most greatest manager in football, right? In a game like that, he cannot sub out his best players. You can never see him do that. No good coach will sub out his best players in a crucial game like that.
We've seen Pep Guardiola do that too.
You cannot do that. In the Champions League final, 90 minutes, he did not sub no player, man. No player was. He did not sub anybody because he knows that his best players were on the pitch.
So I feel like you're being sentimental in
I'm not being sentimental, bro. Because those three guys were actually the best players. They are actually my best players.
Then why did they? Because they would have done something before. Maybe he just felt like they were not actually giving him what he wanted.
You give them the opportunity to do that because they were pressing high. They were actually pressing high. They were defending, creating chances. Griezmann was on top of his game. Alvarez was there pressing. He was pressing the defenders, man. They were scared shitless. But then he now subbed them out. And he was bringing players that can't even run, players that can't even create chances. Man,
but you know, if you look at it like this, right? Every coach. Okay, before you go back on your video, AKBet is the #1 betting platform where you play casino games and you also bet on sport matches. And you can also watch live matches on the platform. So get an account with AKBet, sign up and register and enjoy all the fun. AKBet, #1 sponsor of this podcast. Does not want his team to lose. They're actually being creative and thinking of ways to make their team better.
Of course.
So I'm sure in his own mind or in his own head, he feels like, oh, I think maybe I've seen these guys, they've done it. These guys are tired or maybe they are getting fatigued. Okay, let me just sub them out. Because if you check, most times they always sub Lookman at that particular time.
He does that always. And
At that
Lookman is one
particular
of the
time.
best players in the team. Since he came in January, he has been scoring.
Yeah, he has contributed a lot.
A lot. You have to give him the chance. In the first leg, he played 90 minutes. You saw how dangerous he was in the first leg, right? That's the same opportunity you will give him in this second leg to prove.
But every other player also has to play.
Every other player is not on their game right now as Lookman or Alvarez or Griezmann. You understand?
I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying.
The tactical decision was not just the right one.
Okay.
Yesterday.
Okay, let us believe you. Okay, Mr. LM Lucky. I know you have a lot to say. Do not do that though. If not, I will start in my own way to say that you got a cheap goal. In as much as I will give it to Saka. Saka was just there at the right time, at the right place.
Who cares?
But so let us know, what was your take on the game? Not just on your own side, but also on the side of Atletico Madrid.
Well, it's crazy. It is crazy. Yesterday I had the best night of my life.
Aww.
Yes, it was an emotional night for me. You know, because
did you soak your bed and be like,
I sat down.
Thank you, Lord, for the joy.
I sat down there and I went down memory lane. I was still a very little kid.
Yeah.
When Arsenal lost to Barcelona in the Champions League final, I was a very little kid.
Yeah.
I remember going to school the next day and
You're crying.
I was fucked up. I was not really thinking. I was a kid, but I knew that my team had lost. And you know how long it took us? 20 years. 20 long years to get to where we are. So
shout out to every Arsenal player. Shout out to you.
Arsenal fan deserves this moment. This is the moment we have been living for.
Yeah.
This is the moment we've waited for all our lives. So yesterday, before the game, I knew it. I knew we had what it takes to get the job done. And of course, my boys did not disappoint. They showed up and they got the results. And shout out to the Atletico team. ATM is always a very difficult team to play against. Definitely, we saw how against all odds, how they were able to overcome Barca.
Yeah.
So we did not take anything for granted. We knew we had to go to Spain and avoid losing. That was the most important part of the trip. Go to Spain and at least come back with a draw, a win. And we got the draw. We came back to the Emirates and we got the job done. So before the match, I was very confident. I told a lot of persons I wanted to listen. I said, see, Arsenal winning this game. We know how to win ugly. You get, and that's why a team that will make it ugly for you. And of course, with the stats this season, they've been to England 3 times this season, this Champions League season. They've lost all their 3 visits to the Premier League sides. They lost away to Tottenham Hotspur. They lost away to Liverpool. They lost away to Arsenal. So they can't come to England and win.
And win again.
The odds are stacked in our favor. I said it before then. The odds are stacked in our favor. So I expected the game to be a very difficult one. Yeah, I loved what I saw out there. My boys played their hearts out. Shout out to Victor Gyökeres. That man is a mad dog. Yesterday he was running like somebody who was insane.
But
shout out to Declan Rice. Shout out to my defenders, Saliba and Gabriel. The best defense.
No, they did well. They did well.
They
held their game.
Not just winning, the win we won. We've considered just 6 goals in the Champions League.
Yeah.
6 goals in the Champions League. Bayern cannot do it. PSG cannot do it. 6 goals in the Champions League.
They will score the 6 goals.
That is not a fluke. That's not something that you can't do it.
Okay, this goes to my next question, right?
Yeah.
You know, whoever moves right now, whoever has moved like you've moved, is going to play whoever is going to move today.
Okay.
So I've been throwing the question all around. Okay. Do you think, normally I've said it right from time, but I know you differ to this. I've said it that certainly I know today is the semi-final.
Okay.
Nobody is saying Arsenal and Atletico Madrid semi-final. Today is semi-final, but do you consider what's the final, which is coming very soon, between maybe you or PSG, between maybe you or Bayern? Okay, before you go back on your video, 𝗧𝗵𝗀 is the #1 betting platform where you play casino games and you also bet on sport matches. And you can also watch live matches on the platform. So get an account with 𝗧𝗵𝗀, sign up and register and enjoy all the fun. 𝗧𝗵𝗀, #1 sponsor of this podcast. Do you see yourself winning it?
Definitely. The reason I came this far is to actually win it. I didn't come to escort anybody to the final. I know enter final.
But with the way Arsenal have been playing, it's been difficult for them scoring goals.
Difficult.
And we know how good the front of these teams I've mentioned, Bayern and PSG are. There's no way they will play you right now and not get a goal. Not even one, not even two. They'll get up to 3, 2, 4.
This is you jumping into conclusions. If I may,
okay.
The thing is, we all want to applaud Bayern and PSG. They've shown their attacking prowess. These teams have scored lots of goals.
Yes.
Big ups to them. They've been a very huge attacking threat. But then we tend not to look at their difficult spots.
Yeah, their defense.
PSG and Bayern have a messed up defense. They have a messed up defense. That's why when people were applauding the match they had the other day, wow, 9 goals in the Champions League semi-finals, I was sad because this is not what I expect from an elite team playing at this level. You're conceding 5 goals in the match. An elite team.
But that goes to show that they were actually better. They were putting themselves, they were pushing themselves.
That's not what it showed. Now, if you want to talk about the facts, check the previous matches that Bayern have played. Played 3-3 against Mainz 05. They played 3-3 against a team that is the bottom of the Bundesliga. They're conceding 3 goals at home to a team that is that low on the table. How about now? It shows your defense has a problem. And of course, definitely, Arsenal are not the most offensive team in the world. We have our issues with scoring goals, but then we have the best defense in the world. That is something you can fall back on. And as a manager once said, defense wins you leagues, it wins you trophies, because you have the best. You cannot always rely on scoring your opponent. It doesn't really work that way. And of course,
wait, I don't agree to that statement. I don't agree to that statement. You can't really you repeat it again.
Let me tell you, I'm going to say it this way. Everybody that has won the league, everybody that has won the Champions League, you can go down memory lane. You need to have a good defense to win it. In the Champions League final, Liverpool, Madrid, if memory serves me right, in Paris rather, Madrid won. Liverpool had more shots on target. They had more attacking moves. They were dominating that game. But Militao and Alaba, and of course Thibaut Courtois, who was on great form that day, they were monstrous at the back. And just one counter attack that Vinicius had, and he scored. The better team lost. They created more chances. They had more shots on target. They were more of an attacking threat, and they lost to a Madrid team that could rely on just Vinicius and Benzema. You get what I'm saying? So if your defense is good, definitely you have the platform to attack. But if you are conceiving, you are scoring and you are conceiving, you are scoring.
I think this is a question. This is a question for debate, right?
Okay,
so guys, I want you guys to also put on the comment section. What do you guys think? Do you think it's more better you have a good defense, or rather have a good striker that can give you more goals? Because for me, I believe that even if you really, a defender will always be a defender, and a striker will always be a striker. But I would want my striker to be more efficient than my defenders. I don't know. I'm just saying. So let's get on the comments from you guys.
Okay, now let me also address a very malicious claim you made. It's malicious because I feel like it comes from a place of hate. You said something here. You said the match today is actually the final before the final. That's the same thing people said about the Barca Inter match last season. Last season, a lot of people are saying anybody that wins this match is winning the UCL. And these guys put on a show. The first leg ended 3-3, 6 goals in the first leg. While PSG and Arsenal struggled to a 1-0. PSG struggled to a 1-0 win over Arsenal. Boring match by all standards. People felt like, wow, this is not a match now. This is a match I would rather pay money to watch. 3-3, first leg at Camp Nou. And then the second leg, of course, we saw what happened in the second leg at Inter's home. What happened? 5-4, if memory serves me right. 5-4 in the Champions League semi-finals. And Inter won. People were happy. This is football. People are scoring goals. And PSG, of course, won Arsenal with a 2-1 again. A much ugly 2-1. And people felt like, this is the final. But
God.
What happened in the final? When PSG took on Inter Milan.
Yeah, PSG won.
So football is not something you sit back and you say if you add this and you add that, you're going to get this.
But see,
football is not rocket science.
Wait, football is not rocket science, right? But there's what they call stats, and use those stats to compare, right?
So what are the stats?
So
okay,
the stats.
Let's talk stats. Let's talk stats.
The reason why Arsenal are not actually creating more chances is because their midfield, their best player so far this season, which is what's his name, Odegaard. his fatigue is actually draining him because of a lot of injuries. So Arsenal are not creating from that midfield position.
Let's not go there because people neutrals don't want to even acknowledge the fact that
Your midfield is not as solid as it was 2 months ago.
Arsenal have been dealt with so much injury that on paper, Arsenal not where we are now.
Yes.
So much injuries.
Yes.
I said the other day
Actually
that in the league, the only team that has more injury problem than Arsenal is Tottenham. And see where they are. That is a factor people don't want to even look at.
So that's
no, it's a lie. We don't care.
If you look at Arsenal,
this is a team that Saka has been out for 3 months. We've lost Martin Odegaard on and off. He has been injured 5 times. 5 times.
But I really believe that those are not the only players you have. That's what I was saying.
Those are our most creative players.
Yes.
See, this is why you can't actually argue football with somebody who doesn't want to listen to learn. He wants to listen to argue. Football wise, guys, what Arsenal have
are you guys hearing
what
it?
Arsenal have accomplished this season is by any means outrageous. You have this much injury, you've played this much matches, and you are still where you are. That is applaudable. If I'm not an Arsenal fan per se, I'll sit back and I'll applaud this because you've played this much matches, no winter break.
Are you sure if you were not an Arsenal fan, you'd have applauded it?
Now you've played this much matches. No winter breaks.
Okay.
No winter breaks.
Okay.
You have this much injury and you are still this competitive.
I'm actually waiting now for Arsenal to win.
Big up to us now. Of course, the PSG Bayern match is a match I'm really looking forward to. Great game, of course.
So what are your predictions for today's game?
I believe the best team will win.
Okay, you don't have.
Bayern going through actually.
I believe the best team will win.
Oh, you see Bayern going through, right? Okay, do you okay? If you see the best team will win, what's your goal ratio for the game?
The game will fill the goals like always. It's going to be a high attacking defense. Bayern are not going to miraculously overnight have a good defense.
Yeah.
Likewise, PSG, they won't just overnight.
Both teams have bad defense.
So that's the thing.
But they have
players
good
attackers. Yes.
Like they are creative.
So goals.
So much.
There will be lots of goals. Definitely, there will be lots of goals.
And that is what Arsenal is lacking. But Arsenal have the defense. They have the goalkeeper, but they lack creativity.
Yeah.
That is just what is depriving them of scoring lots of goals as they were doing
early this season.
Exactly.
Early this season.
So they played us in the Champions League, right?
4-0 now.
4-0. Like it ended 4-0.
After beating by 3-1.
That was a crazy game.
Yeah, nobody expected this, right?
Exactly.
Nobody.
But so far, it's just that the creativity is.
Yeah, that's injury and all.
That's what.
Okay, guys. Yes. So you can put your own predictions. What do you think this match is going to end with? Do you think Bayern is going to win or do you think PSG is going to win? My own, and you've heard from them. Everybody has given their opinion, but I still want to hear from you guys. And my first question of the day. We'll be talking how fatigue and injuries have been happening to the Arsenal players and a lot of 𝗳𝗏 players. And all these people, the team you just called, Arsenal and 𝗳𝗏, they all competed in the Champions League this season. And this has been a controversy that everybody has been talking about. Is it because the English team play so much games that is making them go into all these injuries? So when they in the knockout stage, prior to the game, should I say during the playoff, you see them playing exceptionally well. But when it gets to knockout stage, they start falling because they have a lot of goals. In the English team is the only team that is playing four cups: FA, Carabao, PL, and Champions League. If you're in the Champions League, so do you guys think that this is actually a problem? I'll start from you, Mr.
Definitely, like I said earlier, definitely it's actually a problem. The French League One teams competing in the French League One are, let me say, 18 teams.
Yeah.
Likewise, the Bundesliga, 18 teams. You get what I'm saying? So you've got 2 less teams than teams competing in the Premier League. You've got 80 teams. The Bundesliga is 16 or about 18 teams. So you see, this is actually a factor. And of course, the Premier League, you have to be competitive in 4 different competitions. That's why when Arsenal lost to Southampton, people were like, they lost to Southampton. But I sat back and I looked at the indices.
Yeah, you said it last week.
This is actually a very clever move. Because what if we have gone ahead to win Southampton and you play City twice in the space of 2 weeks, and you probably maybe won the match and you're in the FA Cup final? Of course, this is going to be too much on the players. These players are not robots. They are not machines. You get what I'm saying? Before the PSG Liverpool match, what happened in the French League One? PSG wrote to the management of the French League One.
Okay, before you go back on your video, 𝗧𝗵𝗶𝘀 is the #1 betting platform where you play casino games and you also bet on sport matches. And you can also watch live matches on the platform. So get an account with 𝗧𝗵𝗶𝘀, sign up and register, and enjoy all the fun. 𝗧𝗵𝗶𝘀, #1 sponsor of this podcast.
And they postponed their match. So they had 4 days to prepare for Liverpool match. They had 4 complete days to prepare for Liverpool match. You can't do that in Premier League. You can't write to the FA and say, I have the match, I want the match coming up. So my match on Saturday, I want to be postponed till further notice.
Yeah.
It's not possible. You have to play on Saturday and play on Tuesday again. They don't care. You have to play on Saturday.
You still have Champions League, you still play again.
So that's how it is. So number of games we play.
About 65 games, and that's the highest
English
so far.
teams play, per season is over the roof. This question was, Arteta said the same thing. I quote, he said the same thing. That you can't compare these things. Now you see, this is a crucial stage of the Champions League. Arsenal already have injury problems.
Yeah.
Now, how many first-team players are injured in Bayern Munich? Only 𝗧𝗵𝗶𝘀, and he's going to miss the World Cup. How many first-team players in Bayern squad now are injured? Now go to PSG. They have all their injured players back. Fabian Ruiz is back in midfield. Vintinga is there. Everybody is practically there.
The only player out is Hakimi.
The only player out is probably Hakimi. You get what I'm saying? But come to the Arsenal. We are lacking Mikel Merino. But the guy just got back.
Even Saka just got back.
Julian Timber is injured. Havertz just got back. Saka just got back. So this is actually a factor. You get what I'm saying? So and of course, the reason why I feel like although Chelsea is also struggling this season is the amount of games they played last season, and they still went on to play the World Cup, which to me is more or less a glorified preseason tournament. And imagine how that has caused them so much fatigue, and it's obviously visible for everybody to see. So I believe the games are too much. The games are really too much.
So yeah, Mr. Joseph, what do you think about this?
I think right now the Premier League is the best league in the world, right? And they are playing tough. Like the leagues are just the games in the Premier League.
So you would agree that the Premier League is better than
Of course,
La Liga?
that's the best league in the world right now.
When the quality of opposition is different.
Even if you go to the Premier League Team B, like the league, the second league, you find out that most of those teams there can actually compete with other teams in other leagues.
Yeah, that's true.
Because the way the Premier League is different compared to what the other leagues are actually doing. So, and this congestion of games actually
Features
affecting players. They're affecting like the health of the players, right? Because a lot of coaches have come out to talk about it. Even the players have actually talked about it. But what they care about is the money. All those men
because the
in black,
franchise.
Exactly. So they care about the money. They don't care about the players.
Well,
Because
for the players.
if you're playing 3 games in a week, they're actually making a lot of money from the players. So
Yeah.
you don't expect them to like reduce it or do anything about it because they are making money off of these guys. So that's just my take.
Okay, guys.
Another factor.
Okay.
The winter break. Almost every top league in Europe.
Yeah, I have
goes
winter
to
break. But it's not in
Except
Premier League. Yes.
So that's the
Except
problem.
the Premier League.
That's actually a problem.
It's actually the other day I was seeing a coach, just like you said, he was talking about how he wouldn't like to coach an English team because of how cumbersome and the expectations are
The
high.
expectations are high.
You still have to win this one, you still have to win this one, you still have to win this one, you still have to win this one.
And all of those teams are actually tough teams to play. Even the FA Cup, even if you meet a team
That's
from the
actually
League Two,
what I was saying.
they'll actually play you
That's what I'm
like
saying.
a very
Okay, now
good football.
like this
So
season,
you don't
this season,
underestimate
the
anything.
disparity between the Premier League and other leagues, is very visible.
Yeah,
It's
very
obvious, and it has not
Very
been this clear, for the longest. We saw teams like Sunderland who just gained promotion,
Yeah.
outspending
Some of the
some of the top 4 teams in La
Yes.
Liga.
Yes.
So this is not a David versus Goliath scenario in the Premier League. You see teams who are spending, teams like Sunderland, Nottingham Forest. This is Leeds United. This is an obvious blueprint. Once you gain promotion, spend so much money and get so much quality players, you are going to avoid relegation. And from next season, you still see the same thing. Teams are going to come up and they'll spend money. While in La Liga, you see a team like Osasuna spending a whole summer transfer, £40 million.
40 million.
How many players can you get £40 million? So that's why the level of competition in La Liga and other leagues
It's not high.
is non-existent. If Barca does not win the league this season,
Real
definitely
Madrid.
it's Madrid. But with the Premier League, you see teams like Burnley outspending teams who are more or less in Europa League contention. a team like Rayo Vallecano.
This is what you're saying.
Can't even spend what Burnley we spent.
Me, I was talking.
Even this West Ham United, West Ham United that's owned by this movie star, outspend most teams in the Spanish La Liga.
Even
Bournemouth, Nottingham Forest. Last season, they were one of the highest teams that spent the most on players because they just got back from relegation. They were signing players. They signed more than 20 players last season.
They signed
more than 20 players. First and second 11.
Because they was meant to do that.
Yes.
So teams in the Premier League
because they want to compete at the highest
pushovers.
Okay, guys. Yeah, that's you guys have heard from our analysts. What do you guys think? Right? Do you think the English team have to like curtail, or they have to continue pushing? Because to us, you've seen, we've all agreed that they have to like change the system. So let us know what you think, if you agree or you choose to think further. Now, this also goes to my next question. We've seen the best years in Premier League for me is what we are having right now, right? We've seen this happen, but it has never happened this much, because right now we're seeing Arsenal shaking the table as it's high. Do you agree that this year's game, right, this year, this 2025/2026 PL season is one of the best than the one that was played in 2012 between Man City and Manchester United? Do you agree that this is one of the the most entertaining game of all time?
I would not actually say that, because the 2012-2013 season was actually
2011, 2012.
Yeah, 2011-2012.
Yes, that season was actually crazy, because the final game of the season, right? Man U were already winning by 2 goals. Man City were down by 2 goals. And the trophy was already headed to Old Trafford. But then Man City just pulled out one of the greatest comebacks you will see in football history. And the trophy had to go back to the Etihad Stadium. So this season, the season has been up and down for both teams, Man City and Arsenal as well. But I will not compare it to that season, because that season was actually fun. Like, it was crazy.
It was a banter for banter.
Yes,
it was epic.
It was epic. It was crazy. It was head to head compared to this season, right?
About that could very well be the case this season, because like we all know, Arsenal have just 3 games left. City have 4 games left. So the title will probably be on the line.
On the last
day of the season. So meaning we could see a repeat of that scenario. So that's very much it. The season, Liverpool lost the league to City.
That's
2 goals.
For me, Arsenal have already won the league already, because they are 4 points ahead, and
5 points ahead.
5 points ahead, and the games that Arsenal have are just simple games, except they
don't call any games. Don't call any games. Don't call any games.
That's not where get it wrong. Arsenal will be playing West Ham. West Ham
need not to relegate. They need not to relegate.
They have. In fact, let me say this to you. I believe that West Ham match
is going to be tough.
It's going to be tough.
No, me, I always believe that game is going to be tough. No.
It's tougher for us than HDM yesterday.
I'm telling you. I don't think so.
Alhamdulillah. Let me win it.
I really don't think so.
I'm telling you that HDM game yesterday.
I was talking about this, right? I was talking about it. I said, see, West Ham is in more pain. So they need a joy.
Even aside the pain, if you check stats, their past 5 or 6 matches, their last loss was the first loss.
Yeah.
So they have had this consistency. You understand? Until they lost.
Except Arsenal just mess up that game.
No, there's no room for error. There's no margin for
error.
But
it's Arsenal, guys. It's Arsenal, guys. They can self-destruct.
Exactly.
So let's hope it doesn't happen to them. But the truth about it is that for me, I want to differ to what you guys are saying about. For me, the best game so far, apart from the Man U game, is a game that Liverpool ended that season with a 97 points. Second. To me, that was epic, because I don't think a team has gone that high.
Second place
team. Second place team.
Those second place team has got that much point.
Yeah.
And see the funny thing.
Second place team.
Across the top 5 leagues.
I think it was that season.
Across the top 5 leagues, right? Yes.
Yeah.
Across the top 5 leagues, no team that won the league.
Thank you. Go nice something, bro. To me, that's the best season, because it was banter for banter. And Man City came. Like, who's wrong with Man City? Give these people. They just won it by that 3 points. Like, so to me,
lost the league to City with 2 points now.
No, I know. I know, but it was not that high.
With 2 points.
It was not that high.
2 points is 2
no,
points.
In 90, for a second place to come got 97 points.
I'm not saying I got.
What do you want me to play again?
And Liverpool lost just one match.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. And so the match, I think there was a match against City too.
Lost one match, just one match.
So I don't know what to say. Like Man City was just haunting those people.
That's the more reason why I believe every Premier League lover should side that's not to win this league. There's a lot more on ground. There's a lot more at stake.
3 seasons ago, right? Arsenal they were coming second for
3
consecutive seasons.
Yeah.
They deserve this league.
Some prefer. See, there's what they call.
No, talk to my face.
Something in psychology they call.
Push it to my
face. They call it Stockholm syndrome.
Push my face.
You are being abused by an individual, but you've grown so attached to that individual that you wish nothing bad happens to him.
Yes.
They can continue abusing you.
Yes.
You are a victim.
Yes.
But you love your oppressor.
Yes.
So that's why most Premier League teams would rather prefer that City keeps winning it.
Yeah. See,
a lot of us continue to suffer.
Yes.
Arsenal
talk too much.
Prefer Burnley to win the league.
I tell you, I will see West Ham and Tottenham to win it. But we cannot take it away from them, Sha. Yes.
You have seen. You can't sacrifice this.
You cannot come 3 seasons like back to back, second, and then the 4th one you don't win it.
I even told them. I said this thing happens during
really sad for them.
That's
spent the most in the Premier League this season.
I told them that
they've signed one of the best players.
I didn't spend the most though, please. That was Liverpool.
Liverpool spent the most.
Yes.
And followed by I think Chelsea.
And before then, while we are still on this spending issue, I've not spent in the past 5 years. I've not spent half of what Chelsea have spent.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Chelsea.
So we've seen some of the good players.
We spend money. I will not, and they're not getting results.
We're buying players. Then that's now we're selling club. Now we're actually buying quality players. And I told him before. And I said, see, there's always a precedent here. History always repeats itself.
See, but
Swinger's regime, we finished second 3 times, thrice. And on our 4th try, we got the league. I said that we've done. History is going to repeat itself again. History is going to repeat itself again.
Do you know? Camera, look at me. Do you know what's going to happen, right? If Arsenal lose this league, I tell you the truth. No Arsenal person should wear jersey and pass any road. That's no cap, guys. That's no cap.
And
because they won't be.
And I also said it. If God forbid, Arsenal don't win the league next season. It's still going to be Arsenal City again.
It's not even going to be. The players will be demoralized, but we're not going to talk about that now.
We'll still sign more players.
We're not going to talk about that now. So yes, guys, you guys have seen. Tell me what season is your best ever yet? Is it this that we're seeing, or is it the ones that have passed, or do you guys believe that there are more to come that will be better? So drop it in the comment section, guys. And so let us talk about this player. This player has been on the minds of everybody. He was in the minds of everybody from the beginning, and this player has had a lot of achievements. But those achievements has not translated into what? Into, how would I call it? Club achievement. Team success. It has always been personal. Apart from the World Cup which he won, the others have just been personal. This person we're talking about is nobody but Kylian Mbappe. Now we've seen Kylian Mbappe from PSG, left PSG, and now PSG just won their awards. The same year he left PSG, the same year they actually won their awards, their Champions League. He came into Madrid, a Madrid that has been that have always been vibrant, doing well in the Champions League, and excelling even in the La Liga. Right now, they are struggling, but this individual called Mbappe is excelling individually, being the top scorer of the La Liga season, having 24 goals, and we even still expect more from him. What do you guys think? Do you guys think Mbappe is should I say, a virus?
I'll take you back to what you said earlier.
Yes.
You'd rather prefer to have an effective attacker and a poor defense. This is the answer to your question. Madrid are scoring goals. Mbappe he's the top scorer. He's going to win the Pichichi award.
Yes.
2 years running. Goals are coming. Are they not scoring goals?
They are scoring goals now.
Are they winning trophies? Exactly my point. So if you could, an individual player could come out now and say, that's why I'd rather have a player. I'd rather have my goals distributed evenly amongst my players than have a player come out and score 25 goals and I don't win anything to show for it. That's what Madrid have one of the best attacks in Europe on paper. On paper.
Even on the pitch, you could.
Mbappe, Vinicius, Rodrigo, they have Bellingham behind them. I need to see an attack that's as potent as that. Then you have players like Andagula, Brahim Diaz, They even loaned that Hendrick.
You have Valverde too on the team.
So, I'm attacking perspective. The attack is there on paper. It's an attack that can score 90 goals.
And Hendrick is doing well.
An attack that can score 90 goals.
What club is playing?
Let me say this now. What I'm saying now will sound.
Lyon,
What I'm saying now will sound controversial, but that's my take. If Bayern was winning the Premier League, they won't win the Premier League. They have attack that will score goals, though. But see that defense. Ball in the score. See that defense that is porous.
Yeah.
Have you seen attackers in the Premier League? Leeds United will score them with that defense.
Of course.
So that is the point exactly. Madrid now are competing with a more well-balanced, all-rounded backer team.
So are you saying, wait, we're talking about this player. Are you saying this player is a problem? Or it's not a problem? Or is the team that is a problem?
Player. Kylian Mbappe is not a team player. He's an individual.
I beg to differ.
He doesn't play as a team.
Okay.
I beg to differ. But this boy won the World Cup at probably 18.
That was when he was actually playing with some of the players that you say they are his seniors, right?
Yeah.
They are not his peers. So he has to play to their rhythm.
Yeah.
Okay, Griezmann was there, Pogba was there, other players too.
Kante.
And all of that.
He won,
when you come to Real Madrid now, you have
happened.
your peers like Vinicius. You want to compete with them. You want to show that I'm better than Vinicius. Meanwhile, Vinicius is the best player in Madrid. Currently, he's actually the best player that Madrid.
Nah, I don't think everybody will agree with
Forget
that.
about the goals.
What metrics do you
Forget
use?
about the goals,
What
right?
metrics do you
Yeah.
use
But
to-
his performances have been this season. He has not been that good.
I think
But
he has 14 goals.
he has the support of the players.
Man has
of his
scored 8
team
goals.
members.
8 goals in La Liga. 8 goals in La
season.
Liga. Yes.
No, he has 15 goals.
In La Liga.
Yeah, La
Please
Liga.
Google it. He's up to 10.
I'm telling you
Google
now,
it.
that's
He's
15
actually
goals.
the best player.
In all
that Madrid
competition,
has.
yes. But in La Liga,
La Liga, he has 15 goals.
Vinicius does not have 15 goals in La Liga.
You guys can check it, guys.
He does not have 15 goals.
I think
in La
either
Liga.
15 or 14. I know it's
In
more
La
than
Liga.
eight. Yes, in La Liga.
alone.
Just La Liga.
No, I don't think it's a no. How many goals and assists does Vinicius have? The truth is, Mbappe sometimes, is being perceived.
I can search it. Let me search it.
Too. Mbappe is not the problem of Madrid team.
Okay, before you go back on your video, 𝗧𝗵𝗀 is the #1 betting platform where you play casino games and you also bet on sport matches. And you can also watch live matches on the platform. So get an account with 𝗧𝗵𝗀, sign up and register and enjoy all the fun. 𝗧𝗵𝗀, #1 sponsor of this podcast.
Mbappe is not the problem.
No, we are not saying he's the problem. We are just saying
We're
he's
just
not
saying-
the team. He's not a team.
See, this is what I'm asking,
What do you
right?
want him to do?
Okay, if you say
It's not enough for them.
if you say it's not a team player, anytime Mbappe leaves, and Mbappe was in PSG, right?
Yes.
What was their main? What did they wanted to win so much? The Champions League.
Of course, and he didn't come in, was there. Messi was there, so they didn't win Champions League with Messi.
That's what I'm saying.
They didn't
All
win
these
with
players
Neymar.
were there,
So
but he didn't win.
Why is Mbappe
But-
being singled out?
But they
as
left.
the best-
They left before he
He's not
left.
the bad egg. Actually.
They left before he
He's
left.
just- He's not that player that you want to see. Like he's not.
Let me
a
ask
team
you.
player.
Let me ask
He's
you.
not
Would you rather have Mbappe in your team?
me
Yes. If you
or
could have
Vinicius.
or Vinicius.
I would rather pick Vinicius because Vinicius will link up my midfield. He will link up my attack,
The thing is,
and he will give me goals
The
as
thing
well.
is, I like Vinicius. To me, he's one of
So,
my
Vinicius
he's one of my favorite players.
is an all-round player.
I like Vinicius a lot. I also like Mbappe.
I told you,
But-
players will
you
go.
see-
See,
you see
he has
the
15
idea.
goals.
Okay, I was actually wrong. He has 15
Yeah.
goals in La Liga. How many does Mbappe has?
24.
He's actually-
Remove Mbappe's 24 goals and see Madrid will be now.
See, but the truth about it matter is that I'm not saying this is what I'm saying, right? We are seeing Mbappe. Now, this is somebody that everybody cleared Mbappe from what's this guy, the Ballon d'Or winner in PSG, Dembele. Everybody cleared Kylian Mbappe that is better in all stats.
He's a better footballer than
No.
Dembele.
But let's ask, who is showing results? The same Dembele is now in PSG, and he's dominating and he's winning in
Because
the
he's a
Champions
team
League.
player.
So-
Yes, he's winning the
he's a
Champions
team
League.
player.
But somebody like that's what we say.
Individual
He's like a virus. It corrupts the team.
That's the wrong.
So that's what most people say. He's like a virus.
Now-
Have you seen the game? First of all, he wants the ball at all time. Apart from wanting the ball at all time, he takes the shot, and sometimes you would have passed to a nearest player. He plays. There's a lot people are saying about this guy.
He's not
There's a
just
lot.
Maybe you are right, maybe you are not. But the thing is,
He's not a team player.
yeah, that's actually up for debate. You understand? Now, this is why there's a saying, there's a cliche that too many cook spoil the soup. When there are too many star players in the
In the
team,
team,
there's
it will
always
not
going to
strive.
be issues because there's going to be clash of egos. No player wants to mark for the other person. Everybody believes that
That was the problem they had when they had
to win this.
Messi, Neymar, and Mbappe.
And that's the problem they're having now. That's the reason why Vinicius is here to sign a new contract at Madrid. He wants to get the same salary Mbappe is getting. He wants that same treatment. He wants it to return. Right? He wants that, but he's not actually. This is Mbappe's team now.
That's not Mbappe's team.
No, but see, I'm not saying Mbappe is not good though. I think you are trying to say Mbappe is not good. I'm not saying Mbappe is not good. Mbappe is an exceptional player, but it's not making the team better. That's what we want.
That's the job of the coach to find out what would I play with this.
Okay, now this goes to my second question, right? Since we're talking about the coach now. So, which coach do you guys think would be a better suit for Real Madrid? Because right now we hear rumors that 𝗬𝗵𝗶, they are considering 𝗬𝗵𝗶 coming back to Madrid. Do you guys think that this would work in any way, or would Mourinho still have that effect that he normally has in other leagues, and also the one he had in Madrid when people like Ronaldo and all the rest?
The question is, when was the last time Mourinho won anything significant in his career? You cannot teach an old dog a new trick. Football has evolved.
I like that word. You cannot teach an old dog a new trick.
Football has evolved from that era. You understand? I understand the sentiments. Madrid probably owe a lot of their recent success to the foundations that Mourinho has laid down.
Yeah.
That's actually contestable. It's actually controversial, but I think that's the truth. He came in, he won the La Liga, he scored over 100 goals. First time in history, he scored over 100 goals and all. So Mourinho has paid his dues at Madrid, but bringing Mourinho back is not really a way forward. It's like taking 2 steps forward and 3 steps backward. So
you don't believe that Mourinho can do something incredible?
He's going to bring discipline to the team.
Is that what you're saying?
But it's going to leave a toxic effect in the dressing room. I'm telling you this for a fact. This is a coach that was at Madrid, and he clashed with Sergio Ramos, he clashed with 𝗍𝗂 Casillas, he clashed with Pepe. You're having internal conflicts with 3 of the most important players in the team. He had issues with Ronaldo, well publicized issues with Ronaldo. It was all over the sports newspaper in Spain. So that's what I'm saying. If you at this point in time now, what Madrid actually need, they don't need a Pep Guardiola. They don't need a master tactician. That's not what Madrid need. They need a coach that will come in and sit these boys down and tell them, whoever you are, whatever you have won, whatever you think you have achieved in your career, you are not bigger than Madrid. Madrid is bigger than you. So if you don't play for Madrid, board, give me the right to discipline the player the way I deem fit.
But doesn't a good player have the right to show might? For a player like Ronaldo, for a player like Kylian Mbappe, you have the right to show might.
According to Pep Guardiola, his first coaching section in Man City, he told them, if you are not Messi, I don't see the reason why you should hold the ball more than 3 seconds, unless you are Messi. If automatically you are Messi now, you can hold the ball for the whole week. I don't have an issue with that. You can know that only you alone can win matches for me. So if you're not Messi or you're not Cristiano Ronaldo, I believe you should always understand that whatever you've achieved in your career, you understand, Madrid is bigger than you.
Mbappe has to shut the door on his ego and play for the badge. He has to.
He can do that first. He can do that, but then this whole toxic environment and all, a good coach should come in. Like what?
So what for you guys now? For what you people are saying now,
yeah.
So Mourinho is not a good coach.
He's not a good
fit yet to go for Madrid right now. So who do you guys think is that fit right now for Madrid? Let's put it there.
For one, he's the kind of coach I believe Madrid needs. Because this is the player that achieved it. You've not won the Ballon d'Or. I've won it. You've won 1 World Cup. I've won it. Yeah. What do you think you've won? That I've won the Euros. You've not won shit.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. So he's a player he's a coach that when he talks,
you want to
he
listen.
Doesn't tell you something he read online or something he researched with ChatGPT. He's telling you what he has done on the pitch, and there are evidences to prove. The records are there. So firstly, I believe a coach like Zinedine Zidane has that pedigree to coach Madrid. Of course, I always give a big shout out to a very revolutionary manager, Carlo Ancelotti. No. Of course, last season he didn't win a trophy with Madrid. But of course, Ancelotti has the pedigree.
But I don't think Madrid wants, because it will be the third time. It will be the third time that they'll be bringing him again.
He's not coming back. But of course, they made. I read online that they made an offer for Zidane, but Zidane already has a verbal agreement with France. After the World Cup, he's going to coach the French national team. I then of course, and some person were saying, what about the French coach, Didier Deschamps? I said, that man is a good coach. He has won the Champions League as a player with Marseille. He has won the World Cup. But it's like bringing somebody that's going to cause more division.
Yeah.
Because this is like Mbappe's coach at the national team. He's the man that saw Griezmann and said, no, I'm going to give the captain back to Mbappe. He saw Kante and said, no, I'll give the captain back to Mbappe. So, of course, there's going to be that issue of favoritism.
Favoritism, right?
Yeah, he's an Mbappe person. So, when I bring in somebody who has no allegiance to Mbappe,
No allegiance to nobody.
no allegiance to nobody, he's there to do his job. And the person to me is Jurgen Klopp. If Madrid can somehow...
I
convince-
totally agree.
Klopp is not going to coach again. He said it is not
that is
coaching again.
still up for debate.
Klopp said he's not coaching again.
His eyes are
He
fixed
might actually
on
come
the German position. He wants to coach the national team. That is an open secret. He wants to coach the national team. But of course, the current Bayern national team coach has a contract that is running to... Nagelsmann has a contract that he extended that will run into 2028. So
Okay.
if Madrid can put a good enough offer for Klopp, now they're bringing Cruz is coming back.
Cruz is coming
Next
back,
season.
sporting.
As in a sporting role.
Yeah,
Of course.
sporting that.
This is one of the this is something that I really want to interest Jurgen Klopp. His countryman is there, so he has allies in place. So if Jurgen Klopp can come back, you understand? I believe if Jurgen Klopp can come back and coach this Madrid team, it's going to be superb.
Okay. Guys, you've heard it from our analysts. They've given you the latest. They've also broken it down to a level of understanding. So what do you guys think about everything we've talked about so far? You can put it on the comment section. And when you do that, ask your questions, whatever question you feel like, and address it to whoever you want to address it to. And you get a swift response from them particularly. So yes, like I said, by my right hand, I have Mr. Lucky LM, the Arsenal Eagle. And by my left, I have Mr. Joe, the Atleti boy. I don't want to say because I don't know what you're flying with. Because right now you're flying down, you're sailing low. Okay, as always, we always have a quiz that always ask you guys 5 questions. And so far, this nigga has been shining. So I hope today you come with your glory.
I've been shining.
You've been shining.
My answer to that.
No worry, now Baba got the run. I like that. So yes, I have 5 questions and I'm going to be throwing them to you guys. The first question I have here is, which player won the Golden Boot at the 2014 FIFA World Cup? Which player won the Golden Boot at the 2014 FIFA World Cup?
James Rodriguez.
James Rodriguez. 2014 World Cup.
2014?
The one that was held in Brazil, right? Yes,
Yeah, 2014 is just real.
James Rodriguez.
What's the answer?
James Rodriguez.
Okay.
Of Colombia. James Rodriguez of Colombia.
Yes, guys, you guys got it correct. James Rodriguez actually won it. So that point actually splits for both of you. So we move. Number 2. Who is the all-time top scorer for Brazil national team?
Neymar now. Neymar.
He got there before me.
No, how do you know it's right?
Because it's Neymar. Neymar
Neymar.
is the top goal scorer.
Bro, I have here my default.
So that means
Are you guys sure?
Your records are...
You have to go
Neymar.
and check your record.
Okay, the answer is NJ Neymar Jr. Okay, you guys are correct. So, number 3. Which club has the nickname the Old Lady? Which club?
Juventus. Old lady, Juventus.
Which club has the nickname the Old Lady? Okay, why do you guys say they are? Why do you think they have the nickname the Old Lady? First of all, let me ask people. Since you guys, yes, you're actually correct. Juventus.
Actually won more titles than any other team in Italian football. And I think they are actually one of the oldest team in the Italian football
Their
team.
name in Italy,
Yeah.
they are called the Bianconeri, which can roughly translate to the old ladies. So
Yes.
hence them, the old ladies. They are Coneri.
Well, both of you, I won't lie. What you said and what you said actually tally. That's actually what made them. They nicknamed them the Old Lady. Okay, for my number 4 question. Who is the only player to have won the league titles in 4 of Europe's top 5 leagues? Who is the only player to have won the league titles in 4 of Euro's top 5 leagues? He has won 4 in the top 5.
Can you call the leagues?
No. Because if I do, that's how I did the other time. I give them expo.
Top 4 leagues.
Top 4.
Yes, he has won. He has won
played in 4 different leagues.
4 different leagues and he has won.
Title.
Yes, no. He's the only player. He's the only player. Thank you. Thank you. I like this thinking part. This is what I want.
I would have gone for Ronaldo.
But he
But
played
just 3.
No.
He played for just 3.
Okay.
Maybe he had played in 4, maybe.
This is actually
I'm chilling, but my hand is going to touch. I can't give you guys the whole day to think. Okay, we're going to pass. I'm not going to say this, guys. I'm going to leave it for you guys to put it in the comment section. Then I'm going to tell them after we go out. But number 5 question, guys. Which team completed the first ever... Listen, though. Which team completed the first ever continental tribute? Like win three trophies in 1 year. The first ever. That's the first ever.
A club side.
Yes. That's what I said now. Which team in club side?
Yeah.
Which team completed the first ever continental tribute? Like winning 3 games. Barcelona. Is that your answer?
Barcelona.
You guys cannot.
2009, right?
Prime Barcelona.
2009.
Barcelona.
Yes.
Barcelona.
Yes.
Barcelona.
I
Barcelona.
tried to go for Inter, but Inter was 2010.
Barcelona.
Yeah.
First ever. You hear the word
Barcelona.
first ever. Barcelona. Some of you wrong. Some of you wrong.
What's the answer now?
Okay, see, I'm not still going to tell them this one because I feel like I was expecting them to get the other one, but they didn't get it. So I'm going to tell them also after.
So the other one you skipped on. Could we give it a try again?
Just give us hints.
No need for him. Hints, like he said, hints would spoil the fun.
Just 2 clubs.
Or 2 clubs.
Two
2 clubs.
leagues.
2
I've
clubs.
only called 2 leagues.
Yeah, 2 leagues.
He played for La Liga. He also played for Ligue 1.
Clarence Seedorf.
Instead of for League 1.
League 1. He played.
Yeah.
No,
No, he didn't play League 1. He won Champions League at Ajax. He won Champions League in 3 different leagues, but not big titles.
Yeah.
Ajax, Madrid, and AC Milan.
Okay, oh. Nah, I don't give you League. He played for Ligue 1. Yeah, the number. Yeah, La Liga and others. But I won't say the others. Okay, guys. Thank you. Yes, guys. Remember this. Our podcast.
Jesus.
Our podcast is being sponsored by 𝗂𝗍𝗵𝗶. So do what? Use the platform and enjoy. Yes, guys. So give a shout out to our very, very important analyst, and give a shout out to 𝗬𝗵𝗶, and I'm your host. Stay with us.